You found him?
Did you see the dinosaurs? They must have been playing with him.
All right, well, what do we do in the wintertime? We are trying to finish my basement here. It's kind of here's where it started off. It started off with this was going to be my podcast area. This was the original one. I didn't like the backdrop. I didn't like anything about it. So I'm like, all right, well, let's just finish this little area off. Say what's up, Tyler. And let's make it look good. Let's set up podcasts and everything like that. We can make videos here, right? And then it's like, well, it still doesn't really solve any problems because we still have all of this ugliness in the basement. We had this area, no sheetrock, nothing. It was just honestly kind of ugly, wasted space. I didn't really like any of it. It was a dumping ground for toys, trampolines, just literally junk and clothes and couches that nobody even uses. So now it's turned into like, let's just go full at it and do every little step. Building a box up here. He built this box, just kind of hiding ductwork, wires, and all the craziness. It's actually kind of a cool learning experience. I also need to get interior doors. Oh my gosh. And then look at this. What a mess we've had. We have replaced 4 appliances in the last 6 months. Refrigerator, dishwasher, dryer, washer. Washer just went out. A mess. So that's the life of a homeowner. You just have to do some of this stuff, man. And you're going to have to replace things. That's how it is. So that's a little update here in the basement. So if I look like a bum in today's video, it's because I'm about to go get a haircut. It's been like 3 weeks. Normally, my sweet spot is like 2 to 2.5 weeks, and then it just like this. It just looks crazy. I've been everybody in my family's dealt with sickness over the past like couple weeks, which sucks. And finally, like I'm better now. And it's all on the up and up, but I went 10 days like away from the internet, which is very weird for me. It might not seem like a long time, but like in social media world where you're like supposed to be creating content and stuff, 10 days is a long time. I went like a month without creating a full-length YouTube video. The space right now, like, it's all so weird. I don't know. No more excuses, but it's a great time to become a content creator if you've been wanting to do it, because YouTube is really pushing out shorts, kind of like what we saw with TikTok in 2020. And yeah, everything's going good, but I gotta take care of this. I don't want to get into my normal habit of just looking like a bum from December to April, because we're not really doing much. But I have so many videos that I need to make. A lot of things have changed, like totally 180. Everybody says 360. It's actually a full change would be 180. A 360 would just be back where you started. But my whole business has changed over the last couple months. We stepped up our business in terms of professionalism and in terms of being a legitimate business where employees can come work and have a reliable, stable, good income. Behind the scenes, I've been trying to make content and stuff, but really focusing on my business in this off season and focusing on really improving our life has been the focus and is the focus. Like you guys saw with the basement earlier, really investing, if we have time, then I want to invest into my my assets, if you will. Like, we're going to improve the business. We're always working on equipment. Like I said, some fundamental changes to the business that will only help next year, right? I learned early in the springtime this year that my business was not set up properly. When I went down, when I broke my arm, the business was slowly but rapidly starting to crumble down. Complaints. I hate complaints. I heard this from Paul Jameson with the Green Industry podcast probably a year or two ago, and he said, a spirit of excellence. I love that. We are not perfect, but we are really trying to be professional and do everything properly. And I know some of this is like beating around the bush, but that's what we're working on. And, I thought December, January, we're not doing a ton. Basically, any days we don't have leaf cleanups, we're working on the basement. My house, like, just like everybody that's owned a house over the last, couple of years, we've made like hundreds of thousands of dollars in value of the house just by living in it. It's been really kind of insane. So it was one of those things. It's like, it's not a bad investment to put a little bit of money, put a lot of time and effort into finishing the basement, adding that square footage to our house, adding another space for us to play with the kids and hang out as a family. It's just like, I have a list of things to do this winter, and that one is very important to me. I believe it's like, no longer in my business. This might have been just the way I've had employees, and it's just kind of always worked. So I always kept doing it. And when it didn't work, I had to change my business. And what I mean by that is, we always just like, grass stopped growing. We'll see you in the springtime, baby, when the grass grows. If it snows a little bit, we'll do a little bit of snow removal, whatever. Every time I'm filming, the car next to me inches up to see what I'm doing. It's no longer like that. We're gonna pay employees all year round. That's what I've been talking about. We're gonna work, man. We're gonna make things happen. 365, baby. And that's what we got going on. So I think, like I said, it'll probably be mostly done in January, and we'll finish up finishing touches in February. That's kind of my game plan for now. But it'll be a really nice space for us. Let's go get a haircut. This is, I don't like looking like a bum. You know what I'm saying? But a couple other things that we'll talk about later. We got a new vehicle. We're here in the new vehicle. Haven't even talked about it. I just want to make more vlog style content, show you in my life. That's what I enjoy watching. So that's the content that I want to make. If you are near Gladstone, Liberty, Missouri, go to Catalyst Cut Barbershop. They're awesome. Brianna cuts my hair. Appreciate her. Now I'm going to get this car washed. Look at that. I needed a beard trim. I love it. So, going to get a car wash. Going to go back to the house, do a little bit of work. Got a video to edit, uploading some stuff, shooting a couple short videos. That's really all. Like, in the afternoon time, I kind of just pound down on that, on my to-dos, and then I think later tonight we're gonna go some Christmas event that Natalie has with the kids. So let's get it. I feel slimmed down now. I feel slimmed down. I love it. Something else I've been wanting to talk about real quick is some of the business advice that you get online. if you ever feel like that doesn't really jive with my company, I don't really believe that, you have to remember, okay, everybody's philosophies, everybody's goals, everybody's situations, expenses, everything is so different between person to person. Legally, that's why it gets touchy giving out financial advice, giving out tax advice, giving out anything like that, because that's why I always say, go get an accountant, go get an accountant, go get an accountant. For anything that you really need to know how to do something financially in your business. The reason I say that, like, I still email my accountant probably once every other week. We'll have a fairly large payment come through in January for services rendered, if you want to get fancy, for 2022. So we won't receive the payment until 2023 for services that we made the money in 2022. So I asked him, I said, if it was like a small, couple $100s or something, it probably wouldn't matter. I just put it in a QuickBooks and whatever happens, happens. But it's a significant amount of money where, it can really change my tax bill. And I just didn't, I wanted to make sure I knew what was going to happen, and I did everything properly. And so, he explained, hey, this is how we've been filing your taxes. We're on a cash basis. There's also an accrual basis. And it's just somebody off of YouTube can't tell you what you've been doing. We don't know. Nobody knows. So every single piece of advice has to be taken with a grain of salt and tailored to your business, right? So I asked him, I didn't know the answer, and he said, well, you're on this basis. This is how we file your taxes. So it will be counted towards the year that you receive the payment, not the year the services were rendered. I didn't know. So always have somebody in your corner to do things properly, to make sure to double check what you're doing, to make sure you're doing it properly. It's just such a huge thing. And like I said, I don't try to know tax stuff. I don't care. I don't want to know. I just want to know that I'm doing what I need to do properly, and they're going to do what they need to do properly. And that's why I hired them, so I don't have to learn all that. Like a one little quick email solved my question, and could really cause to change, maybe even my tax bracket. I don't know. I really don't know. Enough to change maybe a tax bracket or something like that. So it was just one of those situations where it's like, I could really get in trouble with penalties if I didn't file the taxes properly or on time, if they were meant to be for this year and I filed them next year. It's just the whole thing. So take every piece of advice you get online with a grain of salt, because nobody knows what you have been doing, how you've been filing taxes, how you file your taxes, and nobody knows what your business is like. So before somebody goes and tells you to go buy a $100,000 truck on a loan, though it might work for some people, I'm running in the car wash here, though it might work for some people, let's see, car wash, it might not work for you. And if you have a family, right? And if you have a family and going at $100,000 and your kid gets sick, or your kid needs to go to hospitals and you get hit with hospital bills, and you said, oh, well, some guy off of YouTube told me to go do that, it's silly. So I don't know. I'm just saying, take everything with a grain of salt, even the crap I say, because maybe it doesn't work for your life and your situation. I'm just trying to share what works for me and the things that I've overcame, the challenges. So let's get a car wash here. Go car wash, the best of the best, and continue on with our day. All right, so that's kind of our day. I didn't get to record. We were really planning out some stuff with our basement. Lots of. I mean, it's very involved. It's not like just hang sheetrock, paint it, throw some carpet in like I thought. Like, it's like every step we take is very like opens up new issues and new hurdles. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's ever done that kind of work, it's like it's fun. It's kind of exciting. Like today, there was enough progress where it was kind of exciting. And I just know that, in just a couple weeks and a couple months, it's going to look really good and add a lot of value to our house. So, maybe next season we won't have that kind of project and we'll find other things to do to bring value to the business and in some way, shape, or form, whether it results in dollars today, like actually going out and doing leaf cleanups, snow removal, things like that, or if it results in dollars down the road. And the thing is making profit and adding value isn't only calculated through money, like monetarily. It can also be in quality time with my family. If that space is nice and results in a fun, playing with my kids and fun movie nights and things like that, that's valuable. That's the most valuable thing you can ever do. So like, I don't only make decisions just solely on money. I make things based on time, based on value, based on family, based on our mission. Like, where are we going in life, So I was nervous at first, nervous about investing a lot of money, especially on the edge of a recession, in my opinion. But it's one of those things, it's like we're just past that point in business where we have a bunch of time. We have payroll that's going out no matter what. And I don't know, it's a very good service. So I'm going to pick up dinner. We're going to try somewhere new here. It's called Saltgrass in Liberty, Missouri. I've never had it. It's been up for like probably a year and a half, 2 years. We just, I don't know. I'm a very basic person. Like, when it comes to eating, like, I'm good with a fast food cheeseburger. I'm good with pizza. I could eat pizza every meal, every day for the rest of my life and never get sick of it. So I'm like basic guy. So to go buy $40 steaks, it's like, it doesn't really get me going. It doesn't really get me going, but we're hanging out with family tonight and we're just doing like a to-go thing because we have a bunch of kids. So that's what we got going on. I'm excited to try it out. Maybe I'll put in my little review here at the end of this video. But something I wanted to talk about really quick was, it's really weird. I'm going to be 27 next April. Okay. So in about 5 months, 4.5 months. And, something I noticed is like, when you kind of are locked into a personality when you're in school, right? High school, things like that. Then you're cut from the, that education system and kind of being told what to do, and everybody goes on these other paths, and you really don't realize that you're not locked into that same personality. You're not locked into that same, like, you'll notice that people that hang around poor people pretty much remain poor. People that, the sum of your 5 friends is who you are. Like, it's true, because it's just hard to break out of that stereotype, that norm. It's what you think about, it's what you act like, and it's hard to break away from it, right? I went totally opposite, where I didn't really care what people thought. I was on this mission. I was very good at managing money, and I went out on a limb and I tried new things, and I started social media. I exploded my business. I worked my little butt off. And everything seemed to work out, you know, like like looking back now, it's not like there was one moment that just worked. It was every single day, these daily decisions that I made. And I it wasn't even planned out, guys. Like it was just, I just did it. But looking back now, it's like 10 years out of high school almost, you know, and I can really see, like, I can really see kind of what I've been doing, you know, and you'll notice, I don't want this to come across the wrong way. That's why I'm watching my words. You know, I feel like I'm leaps and bounds ahead of people my age, and I've always felt like that for years and years. But like, I ask myself why, because I'm not doing anything. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything crazy. It's just putting in those daily things every single day, showing up every single day, you know, trying to make a little bit more money, save a little bit more money, bring more value to people, bring more value to my customers, like little tiny things that add up to the things that, you know, change your life and make you successful. I'm not saying I'm there. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying I've seen that what makes people successful in life isn't this monumental lottery winning experience. It's just showing up. It's just doing things every single day that you're either going to, you have two decisions. Every single day you have multiple decisions, but it's one of each way. Is it helping you or not helping you? And enough things that aren't helping you result in not good things. And enough little tiny decisions that help you, that better your life, will result in success. That's my little spiel. I don't want that to come across like, oh, I'm just there, I'm everything in the world. I'm just saying, like, we have some level of success, whatever it's measured on some. I'm happy, right? Which is success in its own. But I'm just saying, what I see is like every single day just showing up. Get out of your own head. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. I tell myself that every single day. Get out of your own head. Just do the things that you know you need to do. Just do it. Just show up. Saltgrass, the steak, it was okay. Nautical bowls, incredible. Amazing. All right, check this out. I wanted to show my new Ballard order. First off, I love their font. It's like the same as NASA. This trimmer line, we've loved this trimmer line. We used it all year round. It's the blue. I honestly don't remember what the name of it is. They always send a sticker with it. The Darwin's Grip. I know Andy Cut and Clean used them for years and years and years. I think I tried one out briefly, I don't know, like 4, 5, 6 years ago. So I ordered one of those. I want to try that out next season. But I love this guy. I was super surprised how sturdy it was coming out of the box. I don't know, wasn't expecting it. And there's your little switch. And then you just hit this little toggle here and it changes the modes. So super long cord. You can just run it through all the way to your truck. These are on magnets. And this is like a roof light. So I'm excited. You know I love little package opening parties here. And look at that. That's nice. Safety first, my friends. Safety first. If you guys ever want to order anything from Ballard-Inc.com, use coupon code BB10. It saves you 10% off the website. We get a tiny little kickback. It just helps go back into the channel, man, and keeps this train rolling. So I appreciate everybody that does that, and it saves you 10%, saves you some money. That's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you like this style, man. Just a little bit more into my daily life, and that's what we got. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.